comments made by a particular section consistently, government becomes, or not even government, even individuals become very careful. If you're a religious leader and it is perceived or seen, you are taking a side which is very clear. It becomes difficult for people to begin to see those comments as being helpful or real. I am aware of the position of Captain Onaiyekan. All of us know it's not hidden. His position, how? Who he supports, everybody knows that.
I don't know who he supports.
No, that's why I say. You don't every time say things are bad. Nobody has heard you say one day government has done this well. I cannot see. The point I'm trying to make is that as a leader, commend government when government has done well on some areas. Criticize government. Now look, yes, you have done this well, this well. But we tend that you should look into these other areas. But if their comments are every time nothing positive, the government will worry about you. Government will begin to think that you are merely criticizing because you are opposed to the government.
No, but these are,
you see that statement that he made,
who are not partisan.
Don't tell me. No, please don't tell me that. Not partisan. Don't tell me that. You know what happened in 2022 election? People took side. Religious leaders took side. It was very open.
Honorable Minister,
I will be stupid to sit here for anybody to tell me this person is impartial. No, we know ourselves in this country. We know who belongs to where.
But what's their stake, sir? Because somebody will be curious to know. If you say they are partisan, what do they?
Who did they support? Who did they support 2023? It was very obvious. They made it clear.
Well, Honorable Minister,
what I'm saying, there's nothing wrong in that. But the point I'm saying that you cannot be seen consistently in holding just one view about the government.
Let me create
That's the point I'm trying to make.
Let me make some context as to why this became an issue, because not just Cardinal Onaiyekan that was upset. A lot of people were upset about that statement, and the reason they were upset was because the statement "all is fair in politics" connotes the fact that anything can happen. So that's why the president was criticism. That's why the president got criticized for that.
You see, first of all, people have accused the government of trying to intimidate, of trying to weaken the opposition. People have accused the ruling party of trying to see that the opposition does not exist. Right? I think my thinking is where in politics all is my thinking. Now, what does the president mean by that? In politics, it is not my duty to strengthen my opponent.
Okay.
In politics, I want to preside over, we are struggling for power. And I see that my opponent has some weaknesses or loopholes. It's not for me to go and help them to be strong. If I have anything to make them weaker, yes. Now take for example, you see what happened to PDP. PDP ought to be the most formidable opposition party, right? Now, because of selfish interests and people who don't understand that you need to share their personal interests and work for the party to be stronger, to be able to challenge the ruling party. Now, the party had crisis. And that crisis has weakened the party. Going to court today, tomorrow, and the rest. Now, some people have gone to ADC. And in going to ADC, they refuse to put, a conversation that, look, what are the things that will think, that will make our party to have crisis? So I will be able to stop it now. But when the ruling party finds out that you have that kind of loophole, what will be their prayer? Their prayer will be, may you not resolve the crisis. May you not resolve the crisis. Take, for example, in 2017, PDP had a problem. We saw that the ruling party APC then had wanted to destroy PDP by imposing a party chairman on us. We saw it clearly. People like us came out to say, no, we will not accept this. We are going to fight it. Now, why am I telling you this? We went to the Federal High Court and we won. The then DGSSS locked the office. We said, look, we have won. Allow us to use them. He said, no, that there's an appeal. This is a security agency. That is an appeal. We said, what does that concern you? Does an appeal mean that we will enter off? He said, no, that is an appeal. Nigerian people won an appeal. When I appealed to Supreme Court, he went and opened the office. When I said, but we were an appeal, he said, oh, it doesn't matter. Now, we know the interest of the ruling party in government, that their interest is to weaken us. In their interest to give us the national chairman that will make the party not to go front. What I'm trying to say is for you to, when you understand this, you now put yourself together. When we now fought the matter till we won the Supreme Court. Now, nobody left the party. That's the point I'm trying to make. The party was strong. And that was why people, like Atiku Abubakar and them, had to come to the party, knowing that the party is now strong, to be able to challenge the ruling party. That was why he was able to contest in 2019 and contest under the party 2023. That he even made some kind of headway. Now, if we did not do that to make the party to be strong then, it would have been difficult for us to challenge the ruling party. Remember in 2023, it was difficult to believe that the president would have won. You know that. Why? There was a strong, formidable opposition party. So there was. But now, everything appears to have fallen apart.
Yeah. And the Catholic bishops were specific in some areas.
Yes.
For instance, they accused INEC of being biased.
Okay,
and then the president said, no, INEC is not biased.
Okay.
Don't you think the president put himself on the spot by defending INEC?
No. We do. Okay, yes.
Okay, he also raised a particular concern that, he believes that the people around the president do not give him a true picture of the reality in the country. And you are also one of those politicians close to the president. Is it true that people like you who are close to the president do not really tell the president the true situation of things?
Can I tell you the truth? That is not a first-hand statement. When you're not in power, you accuse those around in power not to tell the man in power that you are not telling him the correct thing. So that for me, it's a statement you make, everybody does that.
Yeah.
You always accuse that, things are both, these people don't tell the president the truth. They always will dare to get whatever they will get. That is the general accusation.
Yeah. But the president defended INEC.
Which I'm correct, which is not correct. Now when you say, how did he defend INEC? You came here, okay, what is the fact? What is the fact to say INEC had the Catholic come to the conclusion that INEC is biased? What are your facts? What happened for you to prove? Now, if you are taking that kind of position, it's delicate. It's delicate because no one That association is a strong association. You must be very, very careful. Now, when you come to the public and make that kind of an accusation that the electoral umpire is biased, you must have your facts. This is why we say they are biased. Look at this. Look at this. But if you don't come to the general, INEC is biased. You are sending a signal to the public. Because people say, for the whole Catholic bishops to say INEC is biased, then something is wrong. And we must be very careful about it. And that's what people, no, you can't say they are biased. So what is wrong? Is it because people say, okay, if I say INEC is not biased, it's good. If president say INEC is not biased, that's a mistake because he's president. He has no view again. He doesn't have a view. To tell you why we should be careful in politics. That's why we were saying that associations like that, bodies like that, have to be very, very careful. Well, when that statement was made, what happened? People like Atiku picked it up. So, you cannot say this about a Catholic.
No,
The point I'm making is that having made that statement, it does appear you have now done the work for the opposition party. And that's why people like Atiku came up to say you cannot talk to them like that. You have to be very careful. And nobody sitting. If you come to me now as a minister, right, and you make that kind of general assertion, for Christ's sake, I have to say yes or no. Because you don't come to tell me Joseph is biased. What are the facts? I have told people here, let me tell you, I have told people here to be very careful. To be very careful. Take, for example, what's going on. Most of us don't know the matters in court. We don't know. We are not lawyers to each other side. We don't know what has been presented. When a party loses, the party carries propaganda without telling the public the truth of the matter, what the matter is or was, as the case may be. Then you have the impression, the judiciary have been used. And we must try to be very, very careful about that.
So,
we want to be careful about
from
it.
the presidential
Honorable
meeting.
Minister,
Yes.
like one of the founding fathers
Yes.
of the party, you are now the overall leader,
Yes.
Alpha numero, I would say.
Yes.
Chief Bode George
Yes.
has times without number
Yes.
accused
Yes.
Yisom Wike
Yes.
of using the judiciary.
Yes.
That you even hosted the chief judge of the Federal High Court.
Yes.
And
when he was asking that they don't have this, they don't have that. When he was asking that they don't have houses, they don't have this,
and the question is it the duties? First, you're going to respond to Chief Bode George calling the people.
You have already said it. I watched it on our eyes.
Yes.
Okay, let me.
I just want to add one more leg to it. And is it in the position of the FCT to provide accommodation for federal judges?
Okay. Now, let me just start with general word.
Very well.
You say Bode George is one of the founding fathers. He founded something he could not maintain in Lagos. A founding father of PDP since 1999. Since 1999, a founding father. He answered that a founding father were the conscience of the party. What conscience does he have that since 1999 till now, PDP has never won one seat in anything? You answer founding father using the successes of other people in other states. A founding father since 1999 till today cannot show in my own state. I brought this party to my own state. What is the result? What is the progress we have made in this state? Nothing. You're a founding father. You don't answer founding father by mouth. No progress. Now, When you talk about, he's talking about judiciary, with all due respect. That's what I was saying. That's why I said elders should be careful. The way you make statements. Because in our tradition, we don't talk to elders in here. But in politics, there's nothing like that.
So